Hi, my name is Chua Xiang, matric number 305338. Today I will solve the question International Finance Quiz 3. So question 1. A. Explain 3 reasons why the supply of RN might decrease, shift leftward in the foreign market. For each reason, state the effect on the equilibrium exchange rates and identify who benefits. First is decline in Malaysian import. Domestic demand for foreign goods fall. Important need fewer foreign currency. They sell fewer ringgit in foreign market. RN supply decrease, shift to leftward. So the equilibrium exchange rate appreciates. Its benefits for the Malaysian consumer buying important goods because they pay less in ringgit terms. Second, reduce domestic investment in foreign. Malaysian investors become less interested in overseas assets. Lower foreign return, higher domestic returns, increased risk aversions. They sell fewer ringgit to fund foreign purchase. RN supply decrease, shift to leftward. Equilibrium exchange rate appreciates. This benefits to Malaysian company with foreign currency debt. Repayment obligations become cheaper with stronger RM. Third is exporter delaying conversion of earning. Exported anticipate further weakening of ringgit. They'll hold foreign currency receipt about do not convert USD receipt into RM immediately. RM supply decrease in spot market. Shift leftward. Equivalent exchange rates appreciates. This give benefit to domestic firm relying on imported raw material because production costs decline with stronger local currency. B. The Big Mac costs 50 ringgit in Malaysian and USD 5.5 in US. The market rate is RM 4.20 over USD. One Roman calculate the PPP in plain exchange rate using Big Mac's price. 2 Roman is the RM overvalue or undervalue by approximately what percentage. So for Roman 1, PPP in plain exchange rates equal to RM 50 ringgit over USD 5.5. The answer is RM 2.73 over USD. 2 Roman, RM is undervalue. Undervalue percentage equal to 2.73 minus 4.2 over 4.2 times 100 equal to negative 0.35%. When market rate is larger than PPP in plain exchange rates, RN is undervalued by approximately 35%. C. A basket of goods costs RM 5,500 in Malaysia and 1,250 USD in the US. Malaysian inflation is 2.50%. US inflation is 3.8%. Spot rate RN 4.4 over USD. 1 Roman calculate the PPP in plain rate today using absolute PPP. 2 Roman using relative PPP calculate the expected rate after 2 years. 3 Roman if the actual rate is in the 2 year is RM 4.3 over USD. Explain the direction of RN misalignment. So the answer 1 Roman RM 5,500 over USD 1,250. So the answer is RM 4.4 over USD. It is absolutely PPP because spot rate is the same with the PPP in plain rate. 2 Roman. Percentage change equal to 2.5% minus 3.8%. The answer is negative 1.3%. Since the inflation rate in US is higher than Malaysian, therefore Malaysian currency appreciate expected exchange rate after 2 years equal to 4.4 times 1 minus 0.013 power of 2. So the answer is RM 4.29 over USD. 3 Roman. Relative PPP is smaller than actual rates. RM relative to USD is undervalued. Question 2. A. Distinguish between a long position and short position in the forward currency market. For each sales who topically take the positions, explain the FX risk being hedged, and provide one Malaysia company example. So the answer, long position in a currency means the party has the right or obligation to buy the currency in the future. They're important because they will need to pay foreign currency in the future. Risk that foreign currency appreciates. And Malaysian car importer need to pay USD 5 million to a US supplier in 6 months. They buy USD forward to lock in exchange rate. Short position in a currency means the party has the obligations to sell that currency in the future. The exporter, because they will receive foreign currency in the future. Risk that foreign currency depreciates. And Malaysia E&E exporter expect to receive USD 2 million from a US buyer in 3 months. They sell USD forward to lock RM value. B. Given spot rate RM over USD is 4.15, 3-month forward rate is 4.09. One Roman, is the USD at a forward premium or discount? Explain. 2 Roman, calculate the annualized forward premium or discount. 1 Roman, USD at a forward discount, it is because forward rate is less than spot rate. 2 Roman formula, forward premium over discount equal to 4.09 minus 4.15 over 4.15 times 12 over 3 times 100 equal to negative 5.78%. This means that USD trade at a 5.78% annualized forward discount against the RM in the forward market. C. SMW will receive USD 1,200,000 from a European buyer in 3 months. Spot rate equal to RM 4.15 over USD. Forward equal to RM 4.09 over USD. Actual spot in 3 months equal to RM 4.25 over USD. 1 Roman, should SMW takes a long or short position? Explain. 2 Roman, calculate RM revenue under the forward contract. 3 Roman, calculate RM revenue without hedging. 4 Roman, did hedging result in a gain or loss vs the spot outcome? Quantify and discuss. Answer. For Roman 1, SMW should take a short position. It is because SMW will receive USD. They will sell the USD forward to lock the RM value. 2 Roman, USD 1,200,000 times RM 4.09 equal to RM 4,908,000. 3 Roman, 1,200,000 times RM 4.25 equal to 5,100,000. 4 Roman, RM the difference is 90,000. The difference is 195,000. So result, hedging will cost RM 192,000 opportunity loss because the spot rate is more than forward rate. However, the hedge protected against possible USD depreciation. Question 3a explains 4 limitations of the traditional approach that motivate the monetary and portfolio approach. For each, provide a specific Malaysian from 2034 to 2035 example showing why good trade theory alone were insufficient. Limitation. In non-financial flow, only look at good trade, miss capital flow and speculative move. Malaysia real example. Malaysia ringgit moved sharply in 2024 due to US rate hike. A poorly financial event nothing to do with palm oil export. Assume slow adjustment. J-curve assume gradual quantity adjustment, but finance move instantly. Currency traders move billion in second based on news, not monthly trade statistic. Does not explain overshooting. Why do exchange rates sometimes move far more than trades fundamental justify? Malaysia ringgit briefly hit 4.8 over USD, extremely overshot, then recover. Financially panic, not trade short. Ignore monetary policy. Does not directly link money supply or interest rate to exchange rate. Bank Negara Malaysia OPR cut in July 2025 affected Malaysia ringgit immediately. Probably a monetary event, not good move. B. Malaysian GDP grew 5.5% in 2025. Bank Negara Malaysia kept OPR at 3%. US Fed maintain rate at 44.5%, using both monetary and portfolio approach. Number 1, effect of strong GDP growth on money demand and BOP conditions. Roman 2, how foreign investors respond to Malaysian growth through portfolio rebalancing. 3 Roman, combined effect on Malaysian ringgit from both approved do they agree on direction. 1 Roman, money demand will increase and BOP is surplus. Roman 2, the foreign investor will rebalance portfolio by increasing allocation to Malaysian assets, which include bond, equity, and ringgit deposit, because growth improve corporate earning and diversifications benefit. 3 Roman, yes, both approved agree on direction where Malaysian ringgit will appreciate. Money approved, GDP increase, money demand increase, demand for RM's surplus, and capital inflow increase. Malaysian ringgit also appreciate. Portfolio approach, attract foreign portfolio investment, increase capital inflow, and Malaysian ringgit appreciate. C. Explain risk of environment and flight to safety using the portfolio balance approach. 1 Roman, how did the 2024 risk of environment affect demand for Malaysian bond and Malaysian ringgit deposit? 2 Roman, resulting capital flow, direction, and effect on Malaysian ringgit. 3 Roman, what Bank Negara Malaysia could do use the OPR, and explain which approach, monetary or portfolio, support this action, and why both ultimately agree on the outcome. So the answer, 1 Roman, in 2024, geopolitical tension like Middle East conflict and uncertainty about Fed policy created a global risk of environment. Demand for Malaysian bond will decrease because foreign investors think that Malaysian bond is more risky than US Treasury. Demand for Malaysian ringgit deposit also decreased because investors converted RM deposit into safe currency like USD and Japan yen. 2 Roman, capital flow directions, sell Malaysian asset, convert Malaysian to USD, and Malaysian supply increase and Malaysian depreciate. Effect, portfolio outflow from Malaysia, Malaysian ringgit depreciate against USD, exchange rates of Malaysian over USD increase. 3 Roman, Bank Negara Malaysia actions could raise OPR to attract capital inflow and support Malaysian ringgit. Both approach agree, but just through different merchandise. Monetary approach, increase OPR and money supply will decrease. Tighten monetary condition, reduce excess demand for foreign asset, support BOP and support Malaysian ringgit. For the portfolio approach, increase OPR, attract foreign investors to buy bond and RM deposit, and increase capital inflow, support Malaysian ringgit. Question 4. A. Multinational company with cross-border operations face 3 distinct categories of currency risk. Identify and explain each of the 3 types of foreign exchange risk explored. For each type is to illustrate with a relevant example involving a Malaysian company. First, transaction explored in the risk associated with outstanding contractual obligations denominated in a foreign currency. For example, a Malaysian glove manufacturer like Top Glove with a USD 100 million receivable in 90 days face the risk that the US dollar weaken against the ringgit Malaysia, reducing the ringgit value of that receipt. The company must manage this short-term risk. Second is translation explore in the accounting risk that arise when considering the financial statement of a foreign subsidiary. For instance, Maybank with a Singapore subsidiary faced a reduction in the consolidated profit in the Singapore dollar depreciate against the ringgit Malaysia. This risk affect reported earnings rather than actual cash flow. Third, economy explode. In the long term, risk to a company competitive position from unexpected exchange rate movement. For example, Proton importing part from Japan faced the risk that a prolonged ringgit weakening raise in input costs, making it less competitive against domestic rival like Product. This is the most significant and difficult to manage type of risk. B. The current spot rate of RM over USD is 4.5, while the 3-month forward rate is RM 4.44. One Roman, calculate the annualized forward premium or discount on the USD. Two Roman, interpret the result. What does this imply about market expectation for the ringgit? One Roman, 4.44 minus 4.5 over 4.5 times 12 over 3 times 100 equal to negative 5.33%. Two Roman, USD trade at a 5.33% annualized forward discount against the RM in the forward market. The USD is cheaper to buy in the 3-month forward market than the current spot rate. Since the forward rate required few RM to get USD in play, that market expect the RM to appreciate against USD over next 3 months. C. A Malaysian palm oil exporter is due to receive USD 600,000 from an overseas buyer in a 6 months. The current spot rate is RM 4.3 over USD. The exporter enter a 6-month forward contract to sell USD at RM 4.22 over USD. The actual spot rate 6 months later is RM 4.1 over USD. One Roman, calculate the RM revenue under the forward contracts. Two Roman, calculate the RM revenue if the exporter has no hedge. Three Roman, how much did the exporter gain or loss by hedging? Explains whether the decision to hedge was justified. One Roman, 6,000 USD times 4.22 equal to RM 2,532,000. Two Roman, 600,000 times 4.1, 2,460,000. Difference is 72,000 gain. The decision of hedging is entirely justified. If choice not hedging, it will facing the risk, but the uncertainty will be eliminated by hedging, and this help them to successfully gain the 72,000. Otherwise, they will lose this amount. Question 5. A. Using the data below, determine whether convert interest parity CIP hold. If CIP does not hold, explain step by step how convert interest arbitrage would restore equilibrium. Assume the investor has RM100 to invest for 1 year. 1 plus 0.05 equal to 1 plus 0.03 times 4.41 over 4.5. 1.05 is not equal to 1.0094. So CPI does not hold. Step 1. Convert 100 to USD, which is 100 over 4.5 equal to 22.22 USD. Step 2. Borrow USD for 1 year, which is 22.22 times 1.03 equal to USD 22.89. Step 3. Invest 100 in Malaysia, which is 100 times 1.05 equal to 105 ringgit. Step 4. Use forward contract, which is 105 over 4.41 equal to 23.81 USD. Step 5. Arbitrage profit equal to 23.81 USD minus 22.89 USD equal to 0.92 USD. Explanations. Investor will borrow USD, then sell USD for RM export market. The invest RM in Malaysia at 5%, and similarly simultaneous buy the USD forward at 4.4%, RM 4.41 over USD to cover exchange risk. As many investors do this, demand for RM increase and supply more USD. RM will appreciate. The spot rate will fall and forward rate will rise. This will continue until the same revenue gain. Then CIP restore equilibrium. B. A Malaysian investor has RM 100,000 to invest for 1 year. The Malaysian interest rate is 5%. The US interest rate is 3%. And the current spot rate is RM 4.5 over USD. Environment using uncovered interest parity UIP, calculate the expected exchange rate 1 year from now. 2 Roman using UIP, calculate the expected RM return if the investor places RM 100,000 in Malaysia. 3 Roman using UIP, calculate the expected RM return if the investor places RM 100,000 in the United States. 4 Roman, compare the two returns. What does this tell you about UIP? For 1 Roman, the interest rate, change in interest rate is 2%. So the expected exchange rate 1 year from now is 4.5 RM 4.5 times 1 plus 0.02 equal to RM 4.59 over USD. 2 Roman, RM 100,000 times 1 plus 0.05 equal to RM 105,000. 3 Roman, RM 100,000 divide 4.5 equal to USD 22,222.22. Then take it times 1 plus 0.03 equal to USD 22,888.89. Then time RM 4.59 equal to 105,060. For Roman, the answer is approximately the same. This tells you that the higher nominal interest rate in Malaysia is expected to be entirely offset by an expected depreciation of the RM. Therefore, on an expected base, investors cannot earn an unhedged exit return simply by shifting funds to a higher yielding currency. C. Using the loanable fund market framework, explain what happened to Malaysian interest rate when foreign investors decide to increase their investment in Malaysia due to an improvement in Malaysia credit rating and stronger than expected GDP growth. Use supply and demand reasoning to explain the full adjustment process, including the effect on the RM exchange rates. Based on graph, initial equilibrium is at E0, interest rate at R0, and loanable fund market at QL0. When Malaysia's credit rating improves and GDP growth is stronger than expected, foreign investors will bring funds into Malaysia. They will buy Malaysian assets and demand of RM increase. RM will be appreciated. Capital inflow increase the supply of loanable fund. Supply curve of loanable fund shift to the right from S0 to S1. Malaysia equilibrium interest rate fell from E0 to E1. Conclusion: lower interest rate stimulate the domestic investment and economic activity. Question 6. A. Malaysian nominal interest rate is 5% and expected inflation is 1.5%. The United Kingdom nominal interest rate is 4% and expected inflation is 2.5%. 1 Roman. Define the real interest rate using the Fisher equation. Calculate the real interest rate for both Malaysia and the UK. 2 Roman. What does real interest parity predicts about the direction of capital flow between Malaysia and the UK? 3 Roman. If capital flow freely between both countries, what will eventually happen to their nominal interest rate? Explain. 1 Roman. Malaysian real interest rate equal to 5% minus 1.5% equal to 3.5%. UK real interest rate 4% minus 2.5% equal to 1.5%. 2 Roman. Real interest rate probability conditions. But now, art of rate of Malaysia more than rate of UK, which is 3.5% bigger than 1.5%. So capital will flow from UK to Malaysian. It is because Malaysian assets provide more return. Demand of RM increase and the RM appreciates. 3. A capital flow in Malaysia, supply of loanable fund in Malaysia increase. Malaysia interest rates fall, UK capital will outflow, so supply of loanable fund in UK decrease. Interest rate of UK increase, eventually interest rate of Malaysian will approach to interest rate of UK. The nominal interest rate tend to coverage after adjusting for inflation difference. Free capital mobility causes Malaysia interest rate to fall and UK interest rate to rise until real return become approximately equal across both countries. B. Explain the J-curve effect using the RM as your example. Trace through the 4 paths. For each test stage, and use time periods, what happened to import value or price, what happened to export value or revenue. Next, effect on trade balance, refer to Malaysians 2033 to 2035 experience to illustrate the long-term outcome. As impact, immediately 0 to 3 months. Imports will rise in Malaysian instantly. Export value unchanged. Pre-completed order not magnified yet. Trade balance will worse. Recognition, short run 3 to 6 months. Buyers start noticing price change. Some switching begins. Export order slowly increase. Trade balance will stabilize. Adjustment, medium run 6 to 18 months. Export value raise as foreign buyer shift to Malaysian. Import value fall as substitute fall. The trade balance begin improving. New equilibrium, long term, 18 month plus. Full quantity adjustment complete. New contract reflect new price. The trade balance significantly improved. For the Malaysian 2023 to 2035 experience, RM over USD weakened in the early, then cost of import increase. However, over time Malaysia export become more competitive, like electronics, palm oil and manufacturer product. As export value adjusts and import demand moderate, trade balance improve, illustrating the long run outward portion of the J-curve. C. Malaysian RM depreciate by 10% against the USD. The export demand elasticity is 0.4 and the import demand elasticity is 0.3. Environment is the Marshall linear condition signified show full working. 2. By what percentage do export value and import value change? 3. Does the trade balance improve or worse? Provide a full explanation. 1. 0.4 plus 0.3 equal to 0.7, smaller than 1. 2. Percentage change of export value, 0.4 times 10% equal to 4%. Export will increase by 4%. And for export, 0.3 times 10% equal to 3%. Import will decrease by 3%. 3. Trade balance worse because the response of export and import quantity is too weak to compensate for the price effect of the depreciation.